This is the CBS Evening News.
Need to buy things you can't afford? How about using this instead? A recession-busting new concept, the barter card. Tomorrow's Money Crunch report on the CBS Evening News.
Tonight's Money Crunch, advice on how to keep on buying even after the cash runs out. This is the CBS Evening News. Coming up next, Eye on America. Tonight, bartering. You will see and hear tricks of the trade. Now, another in our special series of reports on making it through the money crunch. There is a way to buy some of the things you need without money. We're going to show you in tonight's Eye on America. Reported by John Blackstone.
And it says Bay Area Barter. In fact, here it is here.
It looks like a credit card and feels like a credit card. But for those who know about it, it's more like a life preserver.
It works, and it makes sense.
A little something to help keep them afloat in the midst of recession.
It's the name of the game. There aren't enough green dollars around, so you take barter dollars.
It's a membership card in a barter exchange, and Americans are discovering whatever business they're in, whatever they buy or sell, make or fix, there is a way to get what they need without spending cash.
Anything from flowers, go to dinner. The suit I wore today comes from the barter member. It's a nice way of spending money because I don't have to pay the piper at the end of the month.
Optometrist Michael Matthews pays by providing eye exams and glasses to other members of the barter exchange. At the PNC Bakery, they're paying for renovations, not with dollars and cents, but with muffins and pastries.
Anytime we can give product instead of cash, we'll be more than happy to do that.
As the recession is choking cash flow, more and more Americans are discovering the old-fashioned way of doing business without cash. For most, barter means new business. This neighborhood is miles from downtown San Francisco, but now barter members come from all over the area and as far away as Hawaii to shop at what used to be just a neighborhood clothing store until it joined the barter exchange.
It's over and above the cash business, so it's additional business.
Let me give you an example. This is what happens.
Stephen Goldbloom runs a barter exchange in San Francisco with more than 500 members.
Let's start with a clothing store.
The owner of the clothing store just had his car repaired by another member of the barter exchange.
When you need your car fixed, you need your car fixed. $700 is $700.
But the car mechanic doesn't get paid in neckties he'll never wear. Instead, in the barter exchange computers, he's credited with 700 barter dollars that he can spend with any other member of the exchange.
What do you expect that to cost you?
I got your fax regarding the rest. I will try him now at Miss Pearl's.
Brokers track trades and arrange new ones. Anybody who makes or sells anything someone else will buy can join an exchange. There are now 800 exchanges across the country with more than 200,000 members.
Our clients are telling us that they are ending up with sales they never would have had in times when sales mean a lot.
The barter exchange collects a 5% fee on each trade, and the IRS takes its bite, too. Barter transactions are considered taxable income.
The government does not take the barter card yet.
Enthusiasts say that for all kinds of businesses, bartering works even in good times. But in times like these, barter exchanges have become a mutual support system, a network of mainly small business people helping each other get through until, once again, the cash begins to flow. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
All part of our world tonight. Dan Rather for the CBS Evening News. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you, Frank. Time now is 7:52 on Mornings on 2. Are you having trouble paying your bills, or are you not buying something because you can't afford it? Well, there are small businesses all over the country in this position, and they've discovered bartering. And if you're an employee of one of these companies, they often offer bartering as an employee benefit. Steve Goldbloom is the president of the Bay Area and Hawaii Barter Exchange, and he is with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
Explain bartering.
Well, bartering is, just as the word is defined, trading. And what we've done is brought it to a level where there's a non-reciprocal trade occurring. In other words, two parties don't have to trade together. Way back when they used to trade chickens for food at the general store, and then way back before then, cavemen, etc., the concept of trade was there to replace money. Money came into existence so that people could go ahead and have transactions occur that didn't have a need for them to need what the other one had.
Yeah, they didn't have to exchange services. Money obviously took care of all of that. So what you have done, this is rather unique, you have set up like a stock exchange, but for bartering.
Well, exactly. We act as a clearinghouse for about 600 companies. And then you'll see our brokers on the desks right now, and basically they all have a very sophisticated program in front of them that allows them all to know what's happening with each other and with products and services available with our connections throughout the country. So they're talking with clients on the phones regularly. Upwards of 75 phone calls or more per day happen, call in, call out. We have balances, we have phone calls, just product availability. That's our travel desk there. That's our VP, Chris, who's taking care of one of the brokers with a significant trade. That's our travel department. We do a lot of travel.
And so what is happening here, for instance, if I had a restaurant and the bell, anything major happens in the exchange, you know, you ring the bell and it shows excitement.
Whenever a transaction occurs that's of a significant size, or we bring on a new client that helps a lot of clients in the exchange, one of the brokers or the travel department or anybody will go up and ring the bell so everybody knows what's happening.
Okay. An example, if I owned a restaurant and maybe I traveled a lot, I would exchange with somebody who provided travel, an airline or whatever, for meals instead of having to put money out.
Almost the same way,
yeah.
almost that way. But what would actually occur is, as the restaurant owner, you may want to stay in a hotel in Hawaii, drive a rental car, go out to dinner, do a few different things as a Bay Area restaurant owner. What would happen is you would in fact use your card, the card to buy.
This is just a regular credit card.
Yeah.
You want me to show it over here? All right.
Okay. And you would use your card to acquire those things from those other clients in the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would happen is they wouldn't need to come back and eat at your restaurant because a hotel in Hawaii or a restaurant in Hawaii or a rental car company in Hawaii wouldn't in fact have that much of a need for meals. We act as a clearinghouse, allowing them to perhaps buy printing to get a brochure.
What's the most unusual item you've seen traded or bartered?
Unusual. There's thousands of items, Alaskan cruises, diamonds, but it's meat and potatoes. It's printing, it's pest control.
Now, this is bottom line, businesses are doing this. When are you going to set up an exchange that will be like individuals, people like you and me can do it?
Well, actually, people like you and me do it right now through their companies. Many employees of the companies that are involved in the exchange get the benefits of the bartering, because bartering really brings in new business that the companies wouldn't have had. And the companies are able to reward their employees with bonuses or perks, whether it be dinners out, dentistry, car repair.
Where does the IRS come in here? They've got to tap into...
Oh, absolutely, they love us.
Yeah, I bet they do.
1099s is issued on all the new business.
Now, you say a 1099. At the end of the year, whatever business you've done, you send to the IRS this 1099. So I can't get away with not paying taxes on these services I've taken.
We're governed under the same laws as Visa, MasterCard, TEFRA, Tax Equity Fiscal Responsibility Act. We need to send magnetic media to the IRS reporting the transactions.
Do you think this is really the thing of the future?
I know that based on what's happened in the last 8 years since we've been in business and what's happening throughout the world, in the early 70s, about 72, 3% of the world's economy was done on a trade basis between countries. Today, upwards of 35% is done that way.
Is it possible that we could see a situation down the line where people would, as individuals, barter their PG&E bills or their phone bills, or maybe, I mean, one example was a man put a down payment on a condominium.
We just had one of our body shops absolutely bought a part of his home. And
so he did body work for somebody. It worked out some way where he could put a down payment on a new home.
He does the courier company's trucks, and that revenue used to pay for his condominium.
Interesting concept, and it has grown over the years, and thank you for coming to see us this morning.
My pleasure.
Time now is 7:57. More of Mornings on 2 in just a moment. Stay tuned.
breakfast is your only time for